What's up, everybody? It's your boy AC. I'm back for the post-game edition of LA Sports Live. The Lakers take it on the chin. They get their asses kicked by the Houston Rockets, 112-97. And definitely some things that I warned about in the pregame video. A lot of those things came to fruition. The Rockets pretty much forced their will on the Lakers. They forced the Lakers. The Lakers did continue on with their rotation. They did play their bigs, but the Rockets had their way with them. If you watch this game, you can see that PJ Tucker is absolutely the heart and soul of the Houston Rockets. He out hustled the Lakers on many occasions in this game, and I mean he's out hustling players at least 2 or 3 inches taller than him. This is just ridiculous. The Lakers had to get their head out of their ass if they want to win the series. Coach Frank Vogel, like I said, he didn't enforce the Lakers. He didn't enforce the will on the Houston Rockets, and the Rockets pretty much played their game. Let's look at some of the numbers, because in this game, the numbers do tell a lot of the stories. The Rockets, I told you, the Rockets were due to shoot, and made a good amount of shots, and they did. They shot 48% from the field. They shot a decent 35.9, might as well say 36. It was higher than that, but they ended up with 36% from threes. The Lakers did not shoot well. The Lakers shot 42% from the field, and we went back to the old punk ass 28% from 3-pointers. That's not gonna get it done. Surprisingly, the Lakers did do a little bit better on free throws than they normally do. They shot it at 84%, but the Rockets had about almost 10 more free throw attempts than the Lakers, so they nullified that advantage. Things are not going well when you have a tremendous height advantage on your opponent, like the Lakers do have over the Rockets, and both teams end up with 41 rebounds. That's not acceptable. The Lakers, they did get their blocks. They have the bigs, so of course they're going to get their blocks. They got 9 versus the Rockets 3. But here's another big key stat that I told you guys about: steals. The Rockets got 13 steals on the Lakers. The Lakers did have 15 turnovers, and they did kind of short things up in the second half, but in the first half they were on their way to about a 20 turnover night, but they kind of tightened things up a little bit. Now here's another stat I'm going to throw at you that just absolutely let you know the Lakers were taken out of their game plan, and the Rockets just had their way with them. The Rockets outscored the Lakers in the paint 42-40. The Lakers only had 40 points in the paint, and they got outscored by the Houston Rockets, and that was courtesy of the escort service. They just, they laid out the red carpet in the lane for the Houston Rockets, and they took advantage of it. To me, okay, so what? What's the big deal? Lakers lost the first game of the previous series, and they went on to win 4 straight. That's not going to happen in this series. This series is going to go 6 or 7 games. These 2 guards for the Houston Rockets are better than Dame and CJ, bigger and stronger. So this is going to be, a situation where, like I remember saying after the first game in the previous series, okay, the Lakers are going to have to sit down, the coaching staff, and figure out their plan of attack, whatever they had planned for tonight. It didn't work, and they'll have to go back to the drawing board. I'm not worried. I'm really not concerned about this series. We'll see what happens in the next game. After the Sunday, I fully expect the series to be tied up at 1 apiece, and then we got the best of 5. But it wasn't a good game for the Lakers. One could say that the Rockets were riding high after their nice long 7-game series, and the Lakers were almost off a week. So that's not really a good situation. To me, that's not a good situation to be off for nearly a week, especially when you're the older, more veteran team. So, we'll see what happens with that. James Harden went crazy. There's nothing you can do about him. And Russell Westbrook also went crazy in my eyes. Now he didn't score 40 points, but he picked them probably at the Lakers, and he just pretty much just ate them up, man. He just pretty much had his way, and he picked and chose his spots perfectly. And excellent game by the two superstars for the Houston Rockets, LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Anthony, he does have playoff experience, but it's limited, right? So Anthony took what they gave him, but going forward in this series, he's going to have to be much more aggressive, and kind of do like he did in the first two games versus the Portland Trailblazers. Once he gets the ball, he's going to have to catch it and go. Don't take all this time and letting a guy, damn near 4 inches shorter than him, size him up and body him and, pester him, man. Just get that ball, use your strength, use your athleticism, use your size. You can get to the bucket. This is ridiculous. And LeBron James, he tried to keep the Lakers in it, but I think he kind of ran out of steam in the second half. So anyway, we'll see what happens Sunday. The Lakers got to regroup. I fully expect them to, and then we'll have ourselves a series. Anyway, it's your boy AC, LA Sports Live. I will wrap with y'all later on this weekend.